What's up, guys? Ninja on the Ninja. Oh shit, whoa. Hate that. That fucking throws me off every time. And, anyways. So, I've been noticing something. Basically, I think the rich are trying to control the narration, pretty much. And they're trying to tell you how to act to ruin you so that bitches don't like you. Basically, they're trying to ruin you and make you a beta so that females don't like you. And this has been a long thing for a long time. Even when I was younger, a lot of the shows were very gay and very stupid and very petty. And we would have this sense of humor that was in the ballpark of like it was gay, but it was because we were pretending to play a role for funny. People who were outside the circle thought we were actually gay, but we actually weren't gay, and they didn't understand. And I think that's the people trying to control other people to make the market easier because they can't compete. And so they're rigging the system to make it to where boys grow up to be wrong, even though they're right. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gay, even though they're straight. For example, for me, I'm straight, but they're trying to encourage a lot of gay behavior and trying to get you to experiment to the point that you're confused or that or that you're ruined or whatever. Basically, I'm watching this show called The Laugh Factory because I stopped watching TV. I stopped watching TV and suddenly I'm alpha male, right? Suddenly every bitch wants me, every bitch needs me because I gave up the bullshit. But I'm watching this and I want you to watch. It's 13 minutes, but just first, I'm just watch a few minutes.
But fellas understand y'all are delusional. That's why we don't mind lying. Because that's the only way.
So, what I call this performance, basically, let me read my comment. This is a beta male crying because he pretended to be an alpha. And then when he gets the part, when he gets the job, and then the girl expects him to be the man that he says he was, he wants to cry and bitch and complain like she's in the wrong. But he lied to get where he is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like being a circle and trying to force yourself into a square slot. And then once you get in, you bitch because everything is built for a square instead of a circle. But you're the one that wanted the square position, but you're a circle. And because you wanted to live in this kind of lie, like that's the kind of world we live in. And again, I think the rich kind of ruined the the world with their influence and their TV shows, and they're trying to make people not like either you're dumb as rocks, and then you can act like a male, but anything intellectual, then they make you gay, basically. So you're too stupid. You work at FedEx. You have a dead end job. They don't care about you because you're easy to take care of. Once you start thinking, now they're trying to make you gay and trying to make you act like a certain way. And basically, they're ruining you so that in the intellectual world, you appear to be gay instead of straight. Anyways, watch this. Watch. So, as I said, he is a circle that is trying to get with the square, and she only wants a square. So a circle pretends to be a square. And now that he gets the position, he's bitching because she expects him to be a square, but he's a circle. And watch, you'll see what I mean.
To keep you happy. That's why if you talk to. But fellas understand y'all are delusional. That's why we don't mind lying.
You're delusional Because I lied to you and pretended to be what you wanted. I'm telling you that what you wanted wasn't what you wanted. You're delusional. I'm going to lie to you now because I pretended to be something you wanted, and I'm going to tell you that what you wanted was not what you wanted. In fact, you wanted me how I was. And so you don't want a square, you want a circle. Because I lied to you about being a square, I'm a circle. And so now I'm telling you, no, you don't want a square, you want a circle. That's what's going on.
But fellas, understand y'all are delusional. That's why we don't mind lying.
See, that's why I'm saying you're delusional, and I'm lying to you because I'm lying to you. So, because I lied to get with you, I don't mind lying to be with you. That's what he's telling you. And this is why women are broken and all fucked up and all retarded and used up, and it's because of this. This is center stage.
Because that's the only way to keep you happy. That's why if you talk to a
Not true.
man that's been married a long time, ask your grandfather, how does he stay married so long? He'll tell you, happy wife, happy life.
Right. Nothing wrong with that. But when you thwart it, basically, when you taint it and corrupt it and change its meaning to something else, it's kind of like, I don't know, being a circle and telling, or being a circle and getting with a position or filling a position that needs a square, and then you telling that square that wants a square that you want a circle, like, you know what I mean? Like, no.
Because she prioritizes happiness. Not once does that nigga say, keep it real with a young blood. They love.
Because she prioritizes happiness. Because that's so wrong. How dare you want to be happy? How dare you? Oh man, you want to be happy. You want me to be able to do things, and I promoted myself as being able to do these things. And now that I'm here to do these things, I can't do these things. I'm going to tell you, how dare you? How dare you expect me to do what I said I would do? How dare you? Like, what the fuck? Like,
Prioritizes happiness. Not once does that nigga say, keep it real with a young blood. They love that shit.
they actually do. I've met many girls that love that shit. You gotta be a man in order to do it, though. If you are a beta cuck and you're lying and you suck, then yeah, you gotta play that part, unfortunately. But that's your business. I don't know about anything about that.
Just be honest with her and everything will work itself out.
It's true. You can be honest with her and everything will work out.
No, nigga.
Yes, nigga.
If she's happy, congratulations, nigga. You get to be married a little longer.
Yeah, if you get with a square saying that you're a square and you can do things that a square does, then she's happy and you can be married longer. What's so fucking amazing about that? But again, the problem is you're a circle and you're pretending to be a square. And as a circle, you can't do what a square does. And your lies won't work. So what you do is you start bitching at her, telling her you don't want stuff. You don't want the square. You want the circle. You want the circle. But she's telling you.
That's how it works.
No, it's not.
And they get happiness. They get happiness, fellas, because they prioritize happiness. So
Nothing wrong with that.
make sure that they're happy. Because once they're happy, then in return, you still don't get happiness. Nigga, it don't work
As a beta, that may be true. But as an alpha, that is not true.
like that. Well, you thought it was reciprocal?
Well, oh, you thought you were an alpha?
You know, I know you don't get happiness, nigga. And I know it sounds fucked up to some of the women, but it's okay. Because you're
No, it sounds fucked up to some women because you're full of shit. You're a liar. You're a manipulator, and that's why the rich love you, because you taint the drinking well. You're screwing up men and making them not fit. You're making them gay, right? You're making them act a certain way that ruins their chances at passing on their genes. Basically, that's what you're doing.
a man don't want any happiness from you for real.
No.
He don't. Because your man don't want any happiness from you for real.
That's not true.
He don't. Don't try to, no lady in here, please don't try to prove me wrong and dedicate your day tomorrow to making your nigga happy.
Why not?
Fellas, think about that. Think about your woman waking up tomorrow and dedicating her entire day
Okay.
to making you happy.
Okay. So she gets up. I get up, and there is a sandwich and my favorite drink sitting right on the table, and she isn't there. And then I go to the front room, and there is my favorite magazine with my chair and a blanket ready for me to sit in the chair and just veg out, enjoying my meal and watch my favorite movie that's right there. And she put it and she laid it all out for me. What's wrong with that? You would never know that that's what they do because you're a beta cuck. You're a lying sack of shit. You're a faker. You're a circle. And she is trying to make a square happy, but you are a circle. You don't like these things. And she thought you were a square, but you're a circle. And so she doesn't know how to make a circle happy. She knows how to make a square happy. The problem is you want a circle, and you took a square when you should have taken another circle. That's the problem. Maybe you need to be gay or something.
Doesn't that sound like the worst day of your fucking life?
Nope, not to me.
Worst
Not to me.
day of your fucking life.
Nope.
Because she's not gonna ask you what she can do to make you happy. She's just gonna do a bunch of shit she feels should make you happy. And if you don't act the way she hopes you would act.
No, see, that's called manipulation, basically. So go ahead and say what you said.
Should make you happy. And if you don't act the way she hopes you would act.
If you don't act the way that she hopes you would act. Again, she thought you were a square, but you're a circle. And she is providing for a square, assuming you're a square because you lied and said you were a square. But in reality, you're a circle. And so her doing all this stuff is actually stuff you don't like. Because you are the liar. You are the faker. You are the problem here. But you're trying to blame her like it's her fault that you lied to her. That's basically what it is. It's your fault that I lied to you. That is what you're saying, basically.
So what she's doing now is a problem that you're not happy about some shit you never asked her to do.
No, because she would do exactly what I would want. Because she knows what I want. And she would do what I wanted. But again, you're a beta, you're a cuck, you're a douchebag. There's a circle behind you, for crying out loud. That's how much of a circle you are. Like, you see what I'm saying?
Delusional as fuck.
That's you, delusional as fuck. I lied to you. How dare you treat me like I was supposed to be something that I'm clearly not. I lied to you. It's too late now. I'm a circle. You married a circle, and I'm a circle. And I lied and pretended to be a square, but I'm a circle. How dare you treat me like a square? I'm a circle. But she wanted a square, and you pretended to be a square. And you acted like you were a square, and you went after her as if you were a square, and you knew she was a square. And everything was built on the world of she's a square, and everything was built on the world of the square, but you're a circle. And you're blaming her because you lied to her.
There's some niggas in here laughing hard as shit, and there's some other niggas here in prison like, man, I wish I could laugh, bro.
I'm done with this. I'm done with this. This is how beta ass niggas fucking present themselves. This is how they act, and this is the world they live in. And again, the problem is that the rich see the dumbass and the bullshit he's spewing, and so they go throw a lasso around the dumbass, and they put him center stage so that the world listens to this dumbass. Meanwhile, they themselves have kids and they grow up as squares and they go into the world and they get all the females, and then you ruined all of the males around the world because they listened to you, but you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And that's the game. That's why we have Trump. That's why the world's all fucked up. It's because the world is unfortunately being led by the rich, and that's the problem. That's the problem. The conservatives aren't mad at the Democrats. The Republicans aren't mad at the Democrats. The Republicans are mad at the Democrats that the Republicans show them. They don't know what the Democrats are like. They only know what the Democrats that the Republicans show them are like. That's it. That's what's going on. That's how the world is being fucking played and ruled. And they don't like the fact that you have a brain and that you're thinking for yourself because they can't control you when you think for yourself. Like Bernie Sanders. Basically, there's a reason why he can fill a stadium but not a chat room. It's intentional, right? That's how it works. And the reason why your relationship is fucked up is because of this bullshit. It's being basically Hollywood is all over, and they tainted Hollywood, and so now their taint is everywhere, and they fucked up everything. That's why society sucks. That's why society is all fucked up and ruined. But anyways, I'm out here. Be well, be happy, be safe, take care, be loved, be best, be blessed. Share the wealth, share the life, share the happiness, share the strength. Extend ladders, share the ladders, share the love, share the life, and don't let the hit you or they'll split you. And peace.